Now, when it comes to your brain specifically, you have two hemispheres, right? And so there's this little strip of tissue that we'll talk about here in just a second that connects the two and allows them to communicate. However, there is a concept that I want to go over known as lateralization. This is the idea that, of course, each hemisphere has specific functions, but that another example for this would be like if whenever you have things like, such as in your left hemisphere for most people, you have what's known as Broca's area in your frontal lobe on the left side, and so that is what's responsible for speech production. Okay, you also have Wernicke's area for most people there in that left hemisphere where it's responsible for speech comprehension. On top of that, um, let's say that an individual experiences a stroke. Unfortunately, that's a common thing that happens. And so, if they have a stroke specifically in their left hemisphere and there's damage to Broca's area as well as Wernicke's area, then individuals will experience difficulty with speech production and or speech comprehension. So understanding what people are saying and actually being able to say what you are viewing or just communicating in general. Next is, again, that corpus callosum. That's that strip of tissue that connects the two hemispheres that allows them to communicate. So there have been some studies, and there's also been things in medicine where they have taken out that corpus callosum for individuals who have Parkinson's disease to alleviate seizures. The difficulty, though, with removing that corpus callosum is that, again, where language is largely processed in the left hemisphere, if I put something in your in your left visual field, that information goes to your right hemisphere for processing. And if there's that removal of that strip that communicates the two hemispheres together, then it's going to be really difficult, if not impossible, to say what that image is. But then as soon as you move it into your right visual field, that goes to the left hemisphere where speech production as well as comprehension is largely processed. So that's why every single structure in your brain is there for a reason, and it is super important. That's why minimizing damage as much as possible is, of course, ideal. But